start off, we're going to open up Word 2007. That's what I'm working with right now. So the biggest thing to do right off the bat is to change the size of the document. You want to get the biggest size possible. So you got all your tabs up here. So click on Page Layout, and then click on Margins and click on Narrow. Now this is probably the biggest size you can get on a piece of paper that most home printers will print. Okay, so we got a nice big working area here, but graphic organizers do work better when the paper is sideways. So you're going to change that too. So still within this Page Layout tab, you're going to click Orientation and click Landscape. Okay, so now you're looking at the piece of paper sideways. So this is good to work with. Alright, now you're going to want to actually insert the graphic organizer template. So you get out of this tab and you click on Insert tab, and if you look, there's all kinds of stuff you can insert. It's fun to just play around with. But so what you're going to do is click on the Smart Art button. Alright, and this gives you a whole list of different graphics you can put in your paper. Okay, graphic organizers are under this section called Hierarchy. So for what we're going to do, we're dealing with Lincoln and the Reconstruction for this example. So I like this one that's called Hierarchy. There's other ones, but we're going to go with this one. So click Hierarchy, and it kind of gives you a little description over here. Then you click OK, and it's going to insert the basic graphic of your eventual graphic organizer. Okay, so it comes up with the graphics, and you can actually type in each box if you want, but it's more efficient and it ends up looking better if you click on these little arrows over here, and then you can look at it text wise. So it's good to have beforehand have it set up to where you know what you're going to put in the graphic organizer. You don't want to improv while you're building it, because it just takes a long time, because you're looking at it and then deciding how to organize it, and it's just a lot to take in. So it's good to just, before you even make the organizer, figure out what you want to put in it. Okay, now I've done this for this example. So the main idea of the graphic organizer that I'm going to be doing on this video is the initial plans for Reconstruction, and looking at the period from 1863 to 1865. So everything else is going to fall under this. So it's this main one. Now I could type it in there, but instead I'm going to type it up here. Okay, because this is the highest possible concept, because it's on the left, you see? See how the bullet points work? The one that's furthest on the left is this, it's your highest concept, and then the rest fall in line. So even the bullet points are kind of visual. Alright, so I'm going to type that right in the top. Type initial plans for Reconstruction, and then I'll throw the date in there, 1863 to 1865. Okay, so that's your first concept, major concept. Everything else is going to fall in this. You got sub-concepts, and even, whatever you want to put under the sub-concepts, even concepts. So I split this in two, which is nice because the bullets give you two. But if you want to add, you can add boxes. See, as I put these in, all I did was push enter. Every time you push enter, you get a new little graphic. So it's already set up for two, so we'll click, I want to split it with the President Lincoln concept, and the Congress, specifically the Radical Republicans. So those are two sub-concepts. So I'll work with Lincoln for now. And actually, I want to split up Lincoln into even... split this up even more and split Lincoln into two sections. So the first section will be that he proposed a 10% plan. 10% plan. And the second one, the second major concept is that he was forgiving towards the self. Alright, so with these two sections, I want to go even more. So for this proposed 10% plan, I want to split it up into two ideas. So you hit enter to get a new box, and I don't want it to be next to it. I want it to be a concept, consisting or coming from, that belongs to the above concept. So all you do is hit tab, and that pushes it to the right. So if you look at your bullet points, it's under the concept, and then if you look at your graph, it's actually under the it's graphically under the concept. Alright, so under this I want to put December 1863. Okay, and under forgiving the self, I want to put wanted a quick and easy return of south. Okay, so actually I want to put another concept under this 10% plan, and this is kind of a big one. It's required 10% of voters in state to swear allegiance to join union. Alright, so that's that. So this whole President Lincoln, if you look on the graphic here, this is all I wanted to do. So if you look at how the graphic looks and how the bullets look, although they do look different, the concepts are aligned the same. You know, you got proposed 10% plan, which goes under Lincoln, proposed 10% plan that goes under Lincoln, you know, and so on. So go over to this, which is right here, Congress, and we're gonna split this into three sections. Okay, so the first section is proposed Wade Davis bill, and we're gonna put led by Charles Sumner and Thaddeus Stevens. Alright. And now I want another section. And all I'm doing when I create these new bullet points is just hitting enter. So, like I said, you can determine where this box, when you hit enter, so I have this new blank space. All I'm doing is hitting backspace and tab. Those two buttons determine where the bullet point falls, and thus where the box on the screen falls. Okay, so I want this next box to also be a box under the Congress and Radical Republicans box there. So I'll line it right up with the other ones. Okay, see how the bullet lines up? So in this section, I'm just gonna write led by Charles Sumner. Actually, I wrote that one. Unforgiving towards the South. Sorry about that. Unforgiving towards the South. Okay, and then under this concept, I want wanted to punish the South for seceding. Alright, so that's all the concepts that I wanted to put. Alright, so once you're done putting all your bullet points in, you can X off this. Okay, and then you just have your graphic organizer to work with. To get that text box back, all you gotta do is click these arrows over here. Okay, so if you look, I mean, I have a lot more paper to use than the space that the graphics takes up. So what you're gonna do is, if you look at this blue outline, you can actually change the size. Alright, I just grabbed the diagonal and I'm gonna pull it to about the same size as the piece of paper. Give a little room, you know, for the outer edge. Okay, let go of that, and look how nice that looks. Okay, I got the whole graphic right nice on the paper. And if you want to move it, you can. That's fine right there. So if you look, it does look kind of bland, but all the ideas are there. Now, to change how it looks, if you look up here in these different tabs you get, if you just hover your mouse, just run your mouse over the tops of these, it shows you the different kinds of the different kinds of looks that the organizer can have. So this one looks kind of good. It's called the polished. So I'm gonna click that, and voila, it stays. Okay, now if you're using a black and white printer, you're not going to want to use this blue. So if you look over here, you can change the color of the graphic. So just click on that, and same thing, if you just hover over the different colors, you can see what it would look like. Okay, so that's a gray. This is a this one would work good over with a black and white printer. These top three, well, at least these two. Actually, just this one. Okay, so if you have black and white printer, they pretty much only give you one choice. But I like mine to be nice and colorful. And if you look, the colors will align, you know, on the whichever line that they're on. So say I'll click this one. Okay, and if you look, like, all these lines are green, all these lines are purple. So it kind of it's a very visual representation of concepts, because you're seeing not only a visual hierarchy, but you're also seeing colors within that hierarchy, which I think is very beneficial for understanding, introducing huge concepts, or even summarizing huge concepts, such as initial plans for reconstruction. It's a big concept. So that's pretty much it. If you want to mess with it, you just click on it, and if you look, these two tabs just popped up. So you can click on design, you can click on this little arrow here, it gives you all kinds of stuff. You can make it 3D if you want. Give you all kinds of choices. This one looks kind of good, looks cartoony. But yeah, that is pretty much how to make a graphic organizer within Word 2007. In my opinion, it's probably the easiest way to make one. I've worked with other programs, and they make it so complicated, and the results are so inferior to the Word 2007 results. If you look at this, it's so much easier, and it looks really nice because they're organizing it for you. And other ones, like, you're choosing where the boxes go, and you can do that in this. Like, if I wanted to, you can move each box that you want. Okay. I'll just show you. And the arrows will stay with it, but I like the way that they set it up. But yeah, you can move it, and if you want, I'll change that back. Come on, where are you? There we are. What I like to do is use this for note taking and actually take out parts. So you just highlight that and backspace it. Highlight that. You can leave some in, and while you're talking, you can have the students fill it in. You could leave out every single box, make them all blank, and then have them fill it in. there's a ton of different possibilities you can do with this idea. So hopefully you use it. All right, thanks for watching.